Hello, my name is Dr. Christian Dunn. I'm a senior lecturer in the School of Natural Sciences, and I'm the course director for zoology with climate change studies. First things first, I have to apologise that we are doing this this way. Usually, people come on an open day and you get to meet me face to face. We get to have a chat. But more importantly than that, you get to see Bangor University and the School of Natural Sciences and everything that we have to offer. First thing is our location. I mean, you get to see North Wales. If you're not aware of the location, it is spectacular. We like to say that we're in the UK's best natural laboratory because we are literally sandwiched between the mountains of Snowdonia on one side, 20 minutes away at the foothills of Snowdonia, and then we've got the sea right next to us. We are right on the coast, and we've got Anglesey 20 minutes the other way. So we've got this wonderful location with every habitat you can possibly imagine, from the mountains right down to the rocky or sandy shores. And we always use these locations in our teaching, and we get you out in the field as much as we possibly can. So you can't see that, unfortunately. So go and Google Earth and have a look at it, because you'll see just what a spectacular place North Wales and Bangor is. But also, we have so many additional teaching facilities, which other universities just don't have. You know, as you'd imagine, we have nice, shiny labs, big lecture theatres, computer rooms, and all the sort of stuff that you'd expect from any university of our ranking. But what we have is we have lots of additional teaching facilities. For example, we have our own botanical garden. We have our own research farm. So we have an active farm, which we use for research. We have a natural history museum. We have aquaria. We have so many additional teaching facilities, which we use for teaching, and we also use for research, because all our lecturers are research active. And so when we're not teaching, when we're not lecturing, we are doing our own research. And that's just something that you can get involved in. You can get involved in many ways. You can volunteer to get some work experience with a different researcher, different lecturer, or during your third year, you get to do a research project of your choice. So pretty much anything that we have a lecturer that can supervise, any topic, you can do a project in it. And it can be a desk-based study, it can be in the laboratory, it can be in the field. Some of our students even go abroad to do it with organisations like Operation Wallacea, and to collect their data and then come back to Bangor to analyse it. So this is a really good opportunity in your third year to kind of experience what it's like to do real research, because we always try to make sure that our research is not just box ticking. It's always important research which is adding to the data which we as researchers are collecting. So the degree itself, zoology with climate change studies, first of all, it is zoology fundamentally with a speciality, a specialism is in climate change studies. So you will do specific modules all about climate change. This will range from climate change biology to kind of the more kind of physical side of climate change as well. And the reason that we offered this degree was to give the students that wanted it an opportunity to show straight away to any future employer that they have a specialism in climate change. And it's an interesting one, climate change, because you can't do zoology, you can't do biology, you can't really do any of the natural sciences without understanding climate change anyway, because it is fundamental to our understanding and our future understanding as well. But we want to make sure that the students that wanted it could show straight away that they had specialised in climate change. How it works at Bangor, though, is, to be honest, you don't really have to worry about which zoology degree you put down in your UCAS for, because in the first year of zoology at Bangor University, pretty much all our zoology and biology degrees are the same. We teach all our students the fundamental skills and knowledge which they need to be a natural scientist or a zoologist in the first year. And it's then in the second and third year that each of the degrees begins to specialise. And we do this for two reasons. The first is, as I've said, we believe that if you're going to be a zoologist, a biologist, a natural scientist, there are a set of core skills and knowledge which you need. So we teach everybody those set of core skills. But the second reason is that we know that choosing which university you come to is tough enough. And then which degree that you do when you're at that university, especially when you see this range of degrees, zoology with climate change studies, zoology with animal behaviour, you're not really fully aware of the differences yet. So we say, come to Bangor University to do one of the zoology degrees. And then during your first year, you'll start to kind of understand the differences between the degrees. You'll start to see which modules which you can do. You'll start to see the lecturers which will be teaching you. And this is when a lot of our students then actually start to switch degrees towards the end of your first year. So that's important to remember, that really at this present time, when you're putting your annotations down on your UCAS form, it doesn't really matter which of the zoology degrees that you put down, because you can switch in your first year. I hope that takes a lot of the pressure and a lot of the stress off you. But obviously, there will be, in the second and third years, there will be set of core modules for each of the degrees, which will be a specialism or include that specialism in whichever degree that you are doing. So obviously, if you're going to do zoology with climate change studies, you will be learning about climate change. That will be your some of your core modules. You'll also be doing, the bulk of zoology as well. In your research project in your third year, which we've already just mentioned, obviously, again, you will be doing a research project which is of interest to you, which will be climate change studies. So you'll be making sure that your third year project, which is a big part of your third year, will be on a climate change study of your choice. You may have also seen on the UCAS form that you can stay on to do you can do a BSc at Bangor, or you can stay on to do a 4-year master's degree. The fourth year is very different than 3 years previously. The 3 years previously have been traditional university education, lectures, seminars, tutorials, field trips. But the fourth year is an extended research project of your choice. It's really like doing the first year of a PhD. It's really like you become embedded in a research team of your choice at Bangor, and you just spend your time doing a research project. But again, you don't have to worry about whether you say you're going to do a BSc or a master's degree right now. It doesn't matter, because again, when you're at Bangor University, this is when you can make that decision. In your third year, if you've been getting the grades throughout your time at university, you can decide that you want to stay on for a master's, or you can go and leave with just a BSc. Other highlights at Bangor University, I should say, are in the second year. It's the international field trips which we run. So we take students out to lots of different locations in the world. So we go over to Florida, where we have relationships with universities over in Florida. We go and look at the mangroves and the swamps and the different habitats over there. We go over to India, to Arizona, Spain, Uganda, and also Siberia as well. So we cover quite a lot of areas that you can go and visit, and they really are often a highlight for many students at Bangor University. They just get to experience something that they just wouldn't get to any other way. But in saying all that, if you have any specific questions about any of this module of the degree, Zoology with Climate Change Studies, please just email me. My email address, and my name's Christian Dunn. My email address is just c.dunn@bangor.ac.uk. You can find all that online. But again, you can email any of us, any of the lecturers which you see, any of the course organisers that you see. We operate a very much an open door policy at Bangor University, and that includes our current students and our future students. So please, always, if you have any questions, just fire over an email to us. We will make sure that we get back to you. We're also on social media as well, so School of Natural Sciences on Twitter and Instagram, and all the Facebook and all the kind of stuff that you'd expect. And please join us, have a look around, and you'll see that we're a really proactive bunch of staff and students as well. I'm often asked what makes Bangor so special, and you instantly think, oh, it's the location. It's a phenomenal location that we're in. Then you think, oh, actually no, it's our facilities that we have. Then you think, oh, it's the research that we do. And then it's our teaching qualifications. We're TEF Gold. We're one of the few universities that have this TEF Gold, this gold-plated standard of teaching. But really, it's the students that make Bangor so special. We have such a great bunch of students, and I may be biased, but I think that the students in the School of Natural Sciences are the most proactive and just the greatest bunch of students that we have. They have their own societies, like Zoological Society, Herpetological Society, Wetland Society, Biological Society. They do so much, and these are organizations, these are societies organized by the students. They organize their own field trips internationally as well as locally. They get guest speakers. They do so many activities. We're really proud of our students. And hopefully you'll want to join that great bunch of students and keep that tradition of the School of Natural Science students being the best at Bangor University. So if any questions at all, please just email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.